Are you willing to roll the dice like that? Are you willing to play Russian roulette with your life and yo? What up, though, YouTube? Shout out to the Peanut Gallery. This your boy Peanut the People's Nut, back with another one. You already know what it is. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a guru. Just a practitioner in life giving helpful advice. I don't pretend to know. But we're going to jump into today's topic. This is for the young men today, but a lot of young women can benefit from this information also. Many of you, look me in my eyes. Many of you are making permanent decisions from temporary feelings. Let me say that again. Many of you are making permanent decisions from temporary feelings. What do I mean by that? A lot of you get lost in the sauce. If you haven't heard that term before, go hang around a few black people, your black friends, and they explain it to you. Lost in the sauce mean a female or male, his sexual organs have you guys making foolish decisions. Foolish decisions.
Many of you get lost in the sauce.
You are doing whatever it takes to get inside the sauce. Get inside of that warm muffin. And it's causing you guys a lot of turmoil in your life. It probably set you back. You probably had a child with someone that you wasn't supposed to have a child with. And you're making your bed harder than what it needs to be. When I say lost in the sauce, you are so eager to have sex without really thinking about the consequences of your actions. That temporary pleasure that you're experiencing from having unprotected sex can cause you a lifetime of pain, because you're having babies with women that you haven't vetted, and women are having babies with men they haven't vetted. As far as you don't know if this guy is a provider, a protector, or can provide provisions for you and your kids. And many of you males are having babies with women that aren't fit for motherhood or fit for a relationship. And then you wonder why you're having so many problems in your life, because you get lost in the sauce. I would love to caution my young men to practice discipline. Practice discipline. I don't want to say the word because YouTube might strike me. But you have to really think about the decisions that you're making, man. Like, it could change your world. And then you want to be able to provide your kids with the best possible outcome to propel them forward. So if you're not in a position to be able to take care of a family, to take care of a woman, to take care of things necessary to really put your kid in a position to be able to thrive in this world, all you're doing is setting them up for failure. So getting lost in the sauce is definitely not advised. And I will warn and caution all young men to wrap it up. Like Dave Chappelle in that little box. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Because once you decide not to protect yourself by putting on protection, and you enter in and you start shooting up the club, you just start letting off rounds up in the club, and she happens to get pregnant, you no longer have control anymore. That was one thing my mom always stressed to me growing up. Micah, always protect yourself, because the point of your control is wrapping up yourself, protecting yourself. Because once you enter into a woman raw, it's no longer in your hands. You can plead, you can ask her, you can be like, hey, I don't think this is the right time, all this other stuff. But ultimately, the decision is up to her. That's where that my body, my choice comes in. And we already know it's not your wallet or your choice. It's the big daddy government choice on how much money you gonna pay to her. But you should want to take care of your seed. You should want to step up to your responsibility and be the best possible father. But many women do use their kids as a bargaining chip to try to control a man. They'll make you do whatever so you can see your kid. So that's why I warn men to vet the women, to see if she's one of those vindictive women that after she can't control you, she's going to make your life a living hell. She's going to make you feel the pain that she's going to make you feel the pain that she think you caused her by not doing what she wants you to do. And many women, once they learn they can't control you, oh boy, they're gonna make you pay, brother. They definitely gonna make you pay. So I caution all young men and young women, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Make sure you wrap it up. And dude, if you listen to how a lot of these women treat their sacred temple, it's not sacred to them. Boy, they just giving it out like hotcakes. They giving it out like a scratch off lottery ticket. So you, as a man, as a learned thinker, someone that is smart and someone that is moving in intent, wrap your stuff up, man. Have your fun, but wrap it up. Don't just go in shooting up the club like you 42 Dub or somebody, or one of these rappers out here. Don't go in there shooting up the club. You don't want to be a future. Many of those NBA players will, like Steven Jackson, all these men out here that got like 8, 9 baby mamas, they'll tell you that's the quickest way to hit your pockets, bruh. They can ruin your wealth from you not being smart about your penis, about your male genitalia. They can make your life a living hell because you didn't make the smart decisions, because what? You were lost in the sauce. And another way you get lost in the sauce, for the men that don't have a backbone, they get lost in the sauce and they just let that woman do anything in hopes of getting back into the sauce. And not just like, you know what? It ain't even worth it. Because at the end of the day, it all has the same outcome. At the end of the day, it all has the same outcome. That's why I don't get why women... I've never met a woman that didn't say that she had the best. So it all end up to the same outcome. You still come the same. So it's like, some women need to understand that your offering up your body is nothing new to some of these men out here. So be cautious in who you letting in. And man, STDs are real. STDs are real. I'm gonna tell you a personal story. I think I was 24 around the time. I was dating a single mom. And man, I really liked this girl. I really like her kid. She had a good kid and everything like that. And I went back home for like a Thanksgiving visit and everything. And she used to always tell me when she was ovulating, so I wouldn't just let off up in the club. This is why, as men, you need to protect yourself. I was naive, so I went back home. You know, we had a little hot and heavy session in the bathroom while her family was in the kitchen and everything. And I let off. I'm talking about, boy, I had a whole 100-round clip. Long story short, since I was a thinker, she didn't have a job at the time. She was looking for work, and she was also trying to get into her career of being a news anchor on TV. And I was telling her, like, I don't think it's this time. I offered to get by the plan B, but she waited too long for that to take. And then it was just like, what are we going to do? Because I knew I wasn't getting off the road. And I know that it wasn't conducive for me to get off the road to try to go find a job at home. She was just setting us up to end up being separate. And I wouldn't be able to see my kids. So I was just trying to tell her that, I don't think this is the right time. Not saying that she took it as me saying it's not the right time, as me saying that I don't want to be with her. So she got all in her feelings and all this other stuff. And long story short, she eventually did what she needed to do. And I tell you this, fellas, that's something that you don't want to have to put a woman through. You really don't. Like, if you got a heart and a conscience, you don't want to have to put a woman through that and see the pain that she has. Because I would say within the first month, she's already attached. She already have that feelings. So she's not going to want to do it. And if you really say you care for her and you love her, you wouldn't want to put her through that. Because that is a mental mind F on them. So you have to be a man about yours and take responsibility for what you're doing and protect yourself so you won't have to put any female through that. I mean, you got some women out here that use abortions like birth control, but many of them don't want to have to do it because it goes against their religion. Again, religion is like trail mix to them. It goes against their religion to have abortions, but it's not against their religion to have premarital sex. So this is why I say, fellas, you have to be the one to think, because many of them lack impulse control. So you have to be the one to take control. And how do you take control? By wrapping it up. Wrapping it up and making sure that you keep that little air pocket. That's why you pinch it, then you roll it down. Because you want to keep that air pocket. Because I've had incidents like that too. When you got that BD energy and you in there dropping off, I'm talking about dropping off, knocking the bottom out of it, you can pop that. You can pop that condom. So you have to be cautious. Even with condoms, a lot of my friends say pull out. But don't use the pull out method when you raw dogging. Don't do it. Don't do it. The pull out method, it's not a safe method. You really just you're rolling the dice. I call it playing Russian roulette with your penis. You're playing Russian roulette with your penis anyway when you go raw dogging all of these women, because you don't know who they've been with. You don't know who they partner been with, and it's just like it's a vicious cycle. When you really think about the pyramid of how, like, because basically if you stick in her raw, she done had 40 other people. Your numbers of how many bodies you probably can get on your penis is crazy, because those 40 people might have F5 people themselves. So 5 times 40, that's a lot of bodies, man.
That's a lot of bodies.
Bodies on your penis that you didn't even know about. So be very cautious. Be very cautious. And how do you protect yourself and your pocket and your wallet? Is by wrapping it up. Just wrap it up, fellas. Wrap it up. Don't make permanent decisions off of temporary feelings. Don't go in there shooting up the club. I was a bit naive. How many of you don't have older brothers, uncles, or older cousins around you? So a lot of you guys are learning about life through the internet and everything. I grew up in the era before, I was like in the middle, before the internet popped off and all this other stuff. So I had a lot of my older uncles and cousins and male role models around me. But let me be your big brother. Let me be your uncle. Let me be your big cousin. You need some advice? Make sure you subscribe to this channel so we can help you guys on your journey through life, and have peace and prosperity and move on to the next level. My young man that's watching this video, at some point you'll realize your manhood is not attached to you or how many women you can bed. you start to realize is how many times you accomplish something great, or how many times you have evolved as a man. I know at the beginning, especially when you're young, all that testosterone pumping through your body, you feel like you have to have these sexual conquests to actually solidify your manhood. That's far from the truth. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. And look, don't get me wrong, but at some point you'll realize that your manhood is not attached to that. But I'd like to hear from you fellas. Are you in there going to shoot up the club, or are you going to protect yourself? Are you willing to roll the dice like that? Are you willing to play Russian roulette with your life and yo? Just for, let's be honest, maybe 2 minutes, the max 15 minutes of pleasure? Are you really ready to gamble the rest of your life and put a dent in your wallet? Because kids are expensive, bruh. Kids are expensive. Are you ready to gamble like that? Let me know. Comment down below, fellas. Y'all be good. Peace.
Shawty, she came with a purry. She making me nervous. I look calm on the service. I look good on the service. Shawty, she came with a purry.